Hi there, I'm Patrick McFadden. Let's talk about killer video. Now, what is this? This is an example application and one that we'll be using for any examples we try to use for data modeling, etc. It is a fully developed example, and I'm going to show you a little bit about it. So imagine, if you will, Killer Video is a website, and it's part of a company, and it could be your website. It's a video sharing website. Now, you may have seen some of these on the internet, a couple of places, but this is ours. And it actually does exist. It sits up on killervideo.com. And we have lots of different things we can work with here to show you good examples of how to use Apache Cassandra. Pretty normal looking production website. So there's things like users, and there's videos, which are objects that the users own, and comments on videos, which is metadata, playback data, that's time series data. All of this combined gives you a pretty comprehensive view of how to use Apache Cassandra. Here are some of the problems. These are probably some of the things you're faced with. For instance, scalability. Who knows? Our website could be a big one, and we can just need a lot of scale. Think about YouTube. Have you ever heard the stories about how they were hours away from running out of space? Well, what if you're like that too? Wouldn't it be nice just to add more nodes to your system and keep trucking? The reliability. I think at this point, if you're down at any point, you're probably dead. And reliability is critical. If you're offline, your users are going to run to another site. So we want to make sure Killer Video is online all the time. And ease of use. We have to make it so that the users want to use it. So we have to give them the features that they will use for our system. And those have to be enabled by Apache Cassandra. Now, I may have done this several times in my life using a relational database. Of course I did, because I've been doing this for a long time. Now, you have a lot of choices there, and they're probably pre-installed in the operating system that you're using. But if we look at the problems that we're trying to get away from, like a single point of failure, which is a big problem. I have one database and a whole bunch of app servers. Well, what if that one database goes down? I'm completely down. And if I try to shard, well, that's going to be a scaling thing, great, but that means that now I have little tiny single points of failure everywhere. Or if I use a replication scheme that keeps things, but you still have a failover. And those reliability issues are really big. If I want to keep data across multiple data centers, that's important too. This is where we're sitting in the 21st century. If you are not in 2 data centers or more, you're probably going to have some downtime, and you're not competing directly with people that are. Especially with video solutions like this, there's going to be a lot of competition. So let's give yourself a leg up from the beginning. Why Apache Cassandra? Well, this is a non-single point of failure system. And this is what's going to give you the best scaling and the best reliability out of any database that's out there right now. So we have this good linear scaling. We have this always on, which means that if you take a node out or you update a node and have to reboot it, your system is not offline. And this is what we want for our Killer Video website. 100% uptime. Awesome. That's what I want all the time. And more importantly, I know I have users all around the world. I need a replication scheme that's not only going to give me good reliability, meaning that if I lose a data center, I'm still online, but also puts them closer to my clients. So if I have users in Europe or in India, and I want to look at them and say, hey, you're going to have the best experience possible, it's not going to be that way if they have to go all the way back to the US. The latency between the US and India is 200 milliseconds. I'm not going to put that in front of them. I want to give those users a great experience by putting the data closer to them.